Falsity arrives like a cold wind through an open window, a whisper that turns the warmth of the room into a question. Cancer feels it before it's named. There's a pressure change in the soul, a subtle tide pulling backward, the way a shoreline goes quiet just before a wave breaks. The Cancerian heart, moon-ruled and memory-bound, senses the mismatch between word and feeling, between the face and the energy behind it. They are the ocean's historian. They remember the texture of your presence, and when something in it suddenly frays, they know. They don't expose the lie immediately. First, they retreat into the house of their body, the shell that has saved them since childhood, and they listen. The inner waters swirl with images, moments of laughter that now sound tinny, promises that look pale in daylight, small details that no longer line up. Cancers are intuitive archivists. They keep the receipts not on paper, but in tides. When falsity enters, it bumps against old bruises. And the ocean does what it does best. It goes deep and it gets quiet. If you've ever wondered why a Cancer grows quiet around you, why their eyes are suddenly far away, it's because their spirit is testing the fabric of the moment for tears. They are not punishing you. They are protecting the child within who has been disappointed before. This is the moment they decide whether the connection is a harbor or a storm. If this resonates with the way your heart recognizes truth and safety, subscribe to Signs and Secrets so we can keep traveling these waters together and honor the wisdom of your tides. Inside, the monologue starts. Did I imagine it? Am I being too sensitive? Maybe they're tired. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Cancer's first instinct is compassion because their gift is care. Yet under that compassion is discernment, and it grows sharper in the silence. They watch how you hold their heart's small offerings, how you speak about others when you think nobody is keeping score, how you remember what matters on ordinary days. Falsity can hide in bright clothing and soft tones, but it can't survive an ocean's gaze. Home becomes the sanctuary where the truth is sorted. Cancer will straighten the bed, cook a familiar recipe, water a plant, and lay a hand on the table as if reading Braille from the wood. These rituals are not distractions. They are prayers. They anchor the spirit while clarity rises. And because this channel is about soul and story as much as stars, I want to hear yours. Share your date of birth and your zodiac sign in the comments. And tell me where in your life your tides are pulling you toward truth right now. When Cancer finally speaks, it is rarely explosive. It's a conversation at the kitchen table, a quiet space where a cup of tea is both a balm and a mirror. They'll ask a small question and watch not the words, but the breath between them. A liar can rehearse their sentence, but the body always tells another story. Cancer listens to that story. If you shift, if your eyes dart, if your kindness has the stiffness of an apology you planned in the car, they will feel the seam. They do not crave drama. They crave congruence. If a contradiction appears again and again, the crab's claws show, not to wound, but to sever the cord that's turned toxic. Protection is their sacred duty. They know that falsity spreads like dye in clear water, turning everything murky. So they set boundaries with a tenderness that is firm. I love you, and I need honesty. I want us safe. I can't hold what won't hold me. In this way, Cancer practices a rare courage, keeping the home of their heart clean. If the deceit continues, withdrawal deepens. This isn't ghosting for the thrill of power. It's spiritual first aid. Cancer knows that falsehood corrodes the nervous system, so they choose moonlight and salt baths, and a night alone over another dinner of forced smiles. They cover the soft places. They wrap their hopes in linen and store them on a higher shelf. And yet they also pray for the one who lied, because they understand that falsity is often a symptom of fear, not malice. They will not invite fear to dinner again, but they will light a candle on the doorstep for its healing. In the mythology of Cancer, forgiveness is a shoreline. The tide moves in and out. There's mercy in every wave, but there's also a line beyond which the sea will not cross. Time teaches the rhythm. If you return with honesty and humility, if your actions are steady through days and moons, the tide might rise again around your ankles. But if your story keeps changing with the weather, the sea will simply keep its distance. Love remains, but the door now has a lock. And the key is transparency. For those who carry Cancer's watermark, healing after falsity is a pathway of devotion, journaling before bed, cleansing the space with intention, speaking out loud what you need from the universe and from yourself. Rest. Call your energy back from every room where you left it. Remember the love you gave so unself-consciously, then let it bless you as it returns, like boats coming home at dusk. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw, it's sonar. It warned you for a reason. Trust the instrument. It has kept your lineage alive for centuries. If repentance arrives, Cancer feels it in the muscles more than the mouth. They watch for the quiet repair work, the truth offered without being asked, the presence that stays when there's nothing to gain, the consistent tenderness on grey mornings when nobody is watching. Trust, once cracked, is a vessel that can still carry water, but carefully, slowly, with both hands. If this message is landing in the exact spot you needed today, tap like so other tender souls can find their way back to shore. Reconciliation, if it happens, is not a single moment. It's lunar. It waxes with honesty and wanes with avoidance. Cancer will set new rituals of safety, regular check-ins where nothing is rushed, boundaries that are named rather than implied, gratitude made audible. You'll know it's working when their humor returns, when the kitchen smells like cinnamon, when the house plants perk up, when the room feels once again like summer after rain. Join as a member to support the channel and unlock exclusive content. Spiritually, falsity is the teacher nobody invited, but everybody remembers. It shows Cancer where their nurturing turned into rescuing, where their loyalty strayed into self-abandonment. The crab learns to keep the love, but lose the self-erasures, to keep the empathy, but retire the excuses. They do not become colder. They become clearer. That clarity is the moon reflected on black water, soft light on deep truth. It's beautiful, but it doesn't lie. There's a karmic intelligence in how Cancer responds. When faced with falsehood, they won't curse you. They'll bless themselves. They'll call back the parts they gave to performance and give them to devotion instead. They will cook for their future, clean for their peace, and love themselves the way they once tried to love your potential. And if you're lucky enough to be let back in, you'll discover a stronger love. Not sentimental, but seasoned. Not naive, but luminous. Affirm this with me. A soft heart can have a strong shell. Let your kindness be rooted, your boundaries be visible, your promises be small and kept. The ocean doesn't apologize for its tides. Neither should you apologize for the movement of your truth. The moon herself disappears and returns, not to trick us, but to teach us about cycles. After falsity, your light returns too, cleaner, steadier, incapable of being dimmed by anyone's mask. Here is the tender paradox. Cancer will always value the home they built with you, even if they never walk through that door again. They'll drive by the street in their memory, check that the windows are intact, and say a quiet thank you for the lessons. Then they'll build elsewhere with better wood. Their revenge is renovation. Their closure is the smell of soup on the stove in a new kitchen, the way their laughter fills that space without asking permission. That sound, the free one, is how you know they survived. If you love a Cancer and you've lied, make your amends a daily practice. Don't perform remorse. Embody responsibility. Show up before you're asked. Tell the truth before it's easy. And let your humility be visible in your patience with their pace. They need to see that your loyalty is not a speech but a habit. One day, they might pass you the salt again at the table without flinching. Don't demand that day. Honor it if it arrives. The ocean chooses its own timing. For my Cancers listening, do not turn your gift of care against yourself by carrying what isn't yours. Your intuition is a compass, not a burden. Your sensitivity is a window, not a crack. When falsehood enters, close the window. When truth knocks, open it wide. Let the right people see the family you create in every small ritual, the church you build out of Sunday soup and weekday tenderness. Your home, inside and out, is holy ground. Guard it with love that has a spine, and for those cross-watchers who love a Cancer and want to keep that love true, Make the house safe. Speak plainly even when your voice shakes. Keep your promises small and honest. Remember their birthdays, their quiet anniversaries, the day their favorite song found them. Learn their tides. When they recede, don't chase. Set the kettle. When they return, don't interrogate. Open your arms. That is how falsity loses and love learns to stay. We've walked through the wound and into the wisdom, and if your heart feels a little steadier now, I'm grateful. Subscribe to Signs and Secrets so you can keep walking with a community that honors your sensitivity as strength. If this message helped you reclaim your inner shoreline, like the video so others can find their way back to themselves too. Share your date of birth and your zodiac sign in the comments and tell me where truth is asking you to grow a stronger shell or to let your light back in. If you want to keep this circle strong and growing, subscribe now and keep choosing the rituals that heal you. Like this video to spread this refuge to more souls. And remember, your ocean knows. If you want to hear everything the universe has to say to you, watch these other videos on our channel.